This is a Little Empire podcast. Visit us at littleempirepodcast.com and on Instagram at Little Empire Podcasts.
Are you going to play that dastardly intro again?
Ow! This movie's still fine.
Is it Coley, pasta?
One of them dies, they go screw. One of them's a hottie, his name is Jay. One of them looks like Johnny Depp, and his name is Johnny Depp.
Classic Maximum Joseph.
You forget that films are supposed to have a point.
Hello, and welcome to the worst boner of all time live event. Filmed in front of a live studio audience in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. I'm Tim Batt.
I'm Guy Montgomery.
I'm Rose Matafeo.
I'm Alice Snedden.
And together we'll be talking for roughly an hour about the cinematic masterstroke that was directed by Maximum Joseph, written by Maximum Joseph and Megan Oppenheimer, called We Are Your Friends. You excited? Oh, yeah!
There's so many fucking people in the room.
Yeah.
And you guys gotten super fast. What a turnaround. Did you get through our high-tech, high-security door guy? The burly Tom who just waved anyone with an iPhone or a piece of paper through?
Burley is his new name, and he's done us such a service by helping out today that I don't think you should be ragging
So
on
I think
Burley.
he was agonising over where to wear his stubbies, and I think they really sort of put that muscle impact in. I think it was great.
Shout out to Tom.
Thank you, Burley.
Yeah. Shout out to Tom. Also, I just wanted to get a sentence in.
All right, fair enough. Your time will come.
I just wanted to feel
I
comfortable.
don't like slower because I think that's an early
I'd put it up real. What I like to is get it real nice up near my mouth.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone can hear me.
got a little hair on that.
Guys, a little context for what's just happened. A couple hours ago, everyone was sitting down in a hotel room on
Yeah.
Lygon Street.
That's right. Beautiful hotel room
Your
that Tim's
hotel
staying
room,
in.
yeah, lovely.
Yeah, I didn't want to steal the ownership of the room over it, but it was my hotel room that we watched it in on my tablet, and we were all
It's a real testament to the quality of the hotel.
Yeah.
yeah.
Should we give out the address?
Yeah, fuck it. 66 Lygon Street.
What
It's the-
room?
The 116. It's the Quality Comfort Inn.
It's right.
And I'll tell you what, names sometimes can be deceiving.
It's right across from like a function room, and there have been so many functions in that room, like a 70th birthday.
Yeah, I'm not... Rose isn't talking about the hotel. She's talking about my room in the hotel.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's across the corridor from an events room. And
Who would have their 70th birthday at the fucking Quality
when I
Inn?
first got in there, I felt like I was in The Walking Dead because it was nothing but old people seeing the Flower and Garden show in Melbourne, and they're just like cramming up all the stairways. It was a nightmare. So
I went to that show. I just wanted to see those people in their natural environment. They are exactly the same. A lot of confused middle-aged women and disgruntled middle-aged men just walking around together.
was it like that Android game Plants vs Zombies in real life?
It was a lot like the game from Android that I've definitely played, Plants vs Zombies.
I think it's
Fuck
an iPhone
Android.
too. I want to introduce the people who we're joined by who aren't normally on our podcast.
Fuck Android.
Fuck Android, bro.
Guy and I have watched the film today for the 39th time, which is special. And we've
Our
got
big 39th anniversary. We do a big one every year.
we've got two special guests joining us from their own podcast, legendary, fantastic podcast, Boners of the Heart, Alice Snedden and Rose Matafeo are joining us today.
Do you even know who we are?
Yeah. Who knows
This is
what
like
Boners of the
this-
Heart is? Yeah.
Oh, great!
Yeah, exactly.
This is like this reminds me of like the Hercules and Xena crossover episode. I fucking love that episode.
We
So
Hercules or Xena?
I don't know.
Shotgun Hercules.
You're Hercules, I'm Xena, and you
Yeah.
guys are Michael.
We're gladiators in the background.
Yeah.
But like quite far out of focus because we're too lean to be really of the time.
But you're both making a scene trying to get in shot.
Or angling around.
This is the second time that Alice has watched the movie, with us, in actual fact, and the first time for
yeah.
Rose. I want to kick off with Rose. You're like...
Do you want my sweater?
No. I was shivering because it was the first time. I was like, ah.
I see, yeah. It was a very convincing bit.
No. I was excited. I was excited excited to watch it for the first time. I was genuinely excited.
Rose, you're a real film buff. Not everyone knows that about you.
Oh, really?
You can't get enough of the celluloid, the cinema.
I was just excited, the opening credits were playing, the studios, things were playing.
Oh, the little
You were
indies.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not all right. I had pseudoephedrine while I watched this. Just a heads up, I'm very sick. So maybe that added to the enjoyment of it. But I was looking forward to it. I mean, that excitement dissipated very quickly.
Yeah.
Truly quickly.
It's very positive, but we're talking in the past tense. So
Sorry.
Take us through. Not at all.
Don't know where
I don't
am
mean to
right now.
mansplain the tense. That's your story's
You're
happening.
mansplaining time to me. The concept of time.
Well, it needed to be explained. I definitely wasn't going to step
back
up.
me
No,
up.
fuck you. I'm out on my own.
So we're
Sorry.
all playing
Sorry.
for the same team here.
I hope. Rose,
first time.
so take us through the journey of a first timer watching this film.
It was, okay, so...
When you were Rose
first up-
Matafeo.
First up. I mean, you guys were all just kind of dead behind the eyes, and I was genuinely excited. But, I mean, what do you mean? You want my review of the film? Is that-
So you told us that you were very excited going in. You saw that
yeah,
indent and
we
you
got all
all...
scooched up on the bed.
Yeah, that was
All
We're all
four
scooched-
of us.
All four of
Yeah.
us.
Piled
On a
around the
little bed.
tablet.
Piled around a tablet, I know. It was quite depressing,
the
actually.
worst thing ever.
The worst. You don't want to watch any movie on a tablet,
The
do you?
TV in my room doesn't have HDMI. It's the strangest thing.
It's a JVC with one of those curved screens on the front.
Oh,
It's very odd.
good screen.
Odd little room. Also doesn't have a microwave, which is how much does that cost?
More than that,
It was-
the bathroom and the kitchenette are adjoined with
Yes!
no
It's
divider.
so weird.
Yeah.
I hated it, except for the fact that you can make yourself a cup of tea while you go for a pee.
Yeah.
You can do that anyway.
You can
Oh, it's
take a
fun.
shit while looking at a toaster,
Yeah.
which is very disconcerting.
You bought
I
a lot
loved
of,
it.
You bought a lot of instant noodles for your stay that you haven't eaten.
Yeah.
Did you anticipate there'd be a microwave and there wasn't?
Yeah.
You should have
I've
brought them
so
the other
Weird.
day.
You're an adult. Eat some fucking proper food.
Well, I have. That's why I've still got them there. This isn't why I brought you guys into the hotel room. Judge my diet.
I'm sorry.
So we're in there. We're
Yeah.
Rose Let me set the scene. We're Rose Matafeo.
yeah.
We're watching We Are Your Friends for the first time. We're excited.
I
And
popped
then...
I popped a pseudo. I ordered a lamb kebab on Uber Eats. It was delicious. I mean, I can't really remember much of the film, to be fair.
We
it's an awful, truly awful film, right? I like films and I like bad films.
Yeah.
But this is, and I've seen both. I mean, I've been on Worst Idea
Previous seasons.
previously. So the last time we watched Sex and the City, the first season, I was very optimistic. But that was
Yes.
only because I watched half of Grown Ups 2. Sex and the City was during Edinburgh, where I literally lost my fucking mind because of that film. But this one is in a weird middle ground between being quite camp enough to be enjoyable and good enough to be good. It's right in the middle there.
I would contend the problem is that those movies were, if not aggressively bad, certainly aggressively bad. I didn't really have anything else up my
They
sleeve.
celebrated it. Those two movies, they celebrated
Yeah,
their
yeah.
shitness.
And then this is the issue with watching this movie over and over, or even for the first time as it turns out, is it's earnest. And you can tell it wants to be good. And the fact it's Mr. Mark makes it's not fun to taunt in the same way. It's like telling someone their baby's ugly instead of...
That's funny.
But the thing is, some babies are ugly.
Yeah.
And they need to be told.
Don't want any babies walking around with a false sense of confidence.
I'm having
That's how they behave.
They do. Yeah.
I'm having a weird flashback to being on stage and real baked and talking about baby something. Was that on this podcast? Or was that...
You are asking the wrong guy, man.
But yeah, in conclusion, I think for me, first time watch, it was hard. It was hard to watch a film about a group of people, a group of men who have the archetypes
gender
of men.
card, here we go.
No. The
shut
archetype
the fuck
of
up.
men who have rejected me in my late teens and early 20s. How was I rejected by those guys? It was quite triggering for me. It was quite triggering.
Yeah.
It was emotional.
During a big party scene, you became very sad and said, I can't watch this because I know if I was at that party, everyone would hate me.
Yeah. You said they would hate me. if I gave them the chance, I think was the second bit. It was like heart-wrenching what you said.
It was just a hell on earth, basically.
Yeah, those parties are terrible.
They were terrible.
They're so bad.
Alice, this is the second time
Yeah.
that you've seen the film. Hey, what's that second watch like? I've forgotten.
It was actually better than the first, I'd say.
Is that because you felt like a Sherpa guiding the little
did,
lamb Rose
yeah.
along the...
Which is so bold of me, considering how many more times you guys have watched it. No, I enjoyed it, mostly because I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
And boy, it really lived up to its promise.
You knew Squirrel was going to die.
I did. First time I watched it, I knew he was going to die.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
that's right.
Are you spoiling your previous episode of the podcast?
Yeah, definitely.
Imagine if we
Don't listen to this if you haven't listened to that one before.
Imagine if we tried to do a podcast where we were watching a movie 52 times and not doing spoilers in the review. That'd be tricky. But Rose, I was watching your face. It was the room's set up real weirdly, where there's like kind of a fuck mirror in front of the bed.
Yeah.
And so
That's great.
The way that we had it configured is like you could look at the tablet, or if you look behind that, it was the mirror looking at everyone else looking at the tablet. And I was watching Rose's face when Skrill died, and it was magic.
And then real quietly, I just said, I'm Squirrel.
It's true.
You definitely are, and I'm the one who sold you the drugs.
You totally are.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fuck, bro. But yeah, I mean, the final scene was pretty amazing. That scene we were talking about, like, it has there's no any kind of filmmaking put into it to make that a climactic scene.
No,
it's like it happens by accident.
It was the last day of shooting.
Yeah. Or it was like a very bold choice by that actor, like an improv choice. They're like, he's supposed to wake up. And he just doesn't wake up.
Yeah.
And they're like, we have to keep this in the movie
As
now.
with all
so
movies,
powerful.
they're shot chronologically. And so he realised 2/3 of the way, and he's like, this is going to be a bomb.
There is a darker possibility. Has anyone seen him in anything since? None of them
Fucking
are
hell.
that good at acting.
Imagine.
Like, we just have to work with it. We have to work with it.
Yeah.
We were
Keep
running really
rolling.
late. We were running really late. But yeah, and then that's a weird thing because Squirrel's death is supposed to be a big thing. And then it makes the final scene, like, it's quite horribly sad because it is basically the story of a young man who can't deal with grief properly.
Oh my
You know what I
There's
mean?
one
Yeah.
interpretation. It's a film about a lot of things. It's a film about 4 men who don't know how to react to or interact with women properly.
Yeah, it's so many different movies, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
It's a musical. It's a coming-of-age tale.
It's a Red Bull ad.
It's a story of
Yeah.
a young woman who
Come on.
Is underdeveloped.
was sort of her journey to going back to education, right? Because at the very end, while we were wrapping up all the loose ends, she
Don't
goes
try
back
and
to
turn
school.
this into anything good.
In the
I
movie,
have
does she
to.
go to Stanford or does she just have the key ring?
I reckon
It's
she's
like-
at a community college.
She never confirms nor denies that she was at Stanford.
She definitely just walked through campus and was like, the key ring's the only thing I can afford.
Is that how college works?
Yeah,
I
that's
never
how-
went to university. Is it just like a lot of merch everywhere?
Yeah,
And
there's so much merch.
That community college she's going to at the end of the movie, that ain't Stanford.
no, sir.
No, the community
Are you the
college
only
probably
one-
sells mouse pads.
All three of you went to university, but both of you guys have degrees, eh? Was there a lot of merch when you guys went to...
That is the saddest thing anyone has ever said about me. You three went to university, but you two have degrees.
I didn't do either, Rose.
You don't need to feel bad about it. I've got one for you.
Which one would you give to Rose, the BA or
It's
the
a
LLB?
spare. I don't need it.
Yeah, it's good to see that law degree's really cooking for you, Alice.
Oh, God.
We were all in the same hotel room.
I guarantee
Roast fest.
that I
Everyone
will
needs
at
to
one...
open their body language up. I don't like what's happening
Oh,
on
sorry.
stage. Everyone's getting very snippy at each
Oh,
other.
all right.
Everyone's very
You
angry.
were the one who just threw out the beautiful neg.
I know. Fucking.
Honestly,
Tim's gaslighting all three of us.
Come on.
it honestly was intended to be against me because I neither went to university nor have a degree.
No, but you didn't even get the opportunity to drop out of university like I did. I had a scholarship that I lost, right?
You
I
did
didn't
not
bring
have
that
to
up.
mention the scholarship.
No, but I only got the scholarship. But no, I'll tell you, I only got the scholarship because I'm half brown as well. So That was
And
the
I
only
support that. I have nothing to say.
What bit of that do you support?
All of it.
Okay. Fair
You're
enough.
just not supporting it.
What? Oh, whatever. I'm
Hey,
a bit
we've got
stoned.
to. Because we watched the movie so many times, and it would be too easy for this podcast series to just be a dumping ground on a film. We don't want that. So what we like to do is pick a bit of the film that we genuinely liked every week.
Oh shit.
And so,
Okay.
Rose,
No, don't start with me.
the movie that you've
You
just
have to
seen,
take it first. Like, we've burned 39 enjoyable moments each.
What was your shining light of the movie this week?
Oh no. Okay.
Get that mic in nice and close so we can all hear your face.
Okay.
For those of you who are here for the first time, I'll give you a bit of thinking time. A shining light is we just have to name one thing you enjoyed from the movie. Rose just watched the movie for the first time less than 30 minutes ago.
I like the music.
Oh, shit.
No, I didn't like the music. I like It did. Oh, it's hard. It's hard because it's horrible. So that guy, the guy who with the baseball bat guy, I enjoy him.
Paige.
Paige. I like Paige as a character, not
Who's
as a character,
that?
but as an actor.
Paige Farrell. He's the guy who owns the property
hot
company.
guy.
Oh,
Dick
yeah,
full of
he's
diamonds,
hot.
mouthful
Yeah,
of concrete.
yeah.
He's fucking hot.
Yeah.
He's super hot. and
One
I
of
like
you
him.
said you could eat breakfast off that bridge on a nice shot of his nose as a compliment.
I said that.
It wasn't me.
I said that.
I would love to take credit for that.
You lusted after him, though, didn't you, Alice?
Yeah, I think he's pretty hot.
He's a
yeah.
bit of you.
Oh. Yeah, he's all right.
Well, I think maybe this is a good time to incorporate a bonus of the heart
Yeah.
segment because
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yes.
the film, while failing to sort of resemble anything worthwhile as a cinematic adventure, certainly parades a series of different muscular fuckboiz.
That's true.
Thank you for your correct pronunciation,
Wow.
finally.
Boy knows how to read, boy knows how to talk.
Proud of you.
So the segment is.
Oh
your
yeah,
se-
the segment is it's a quick fire round called Hot Yes, Hot Not.
I like that
it's
Rose
not-
got out of Shining Light as well. I couldn't even name one at the end.
She said
did,
one of the
I said
guys
Paige.
was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a lovely segue, which we've just undermined.
Oh boy.
There's such a power struggle on this. I love it. This is
it's
what
gonna win.
happens.
Now do you see what I fucking deal with? It's not easy, my job. I make it look easy.
You're gaslighting me now.
It's not the first time.
Alice, no, hold on. What do you see as your job on Bonus of the Heart?
Keeping it on track.
Rose, what do you see as your job on Bonus of the Heart?
Trying to call her out for her fucking lies. That's bullshit.
Neither of us are successful.
I described our relationship as that, like Alice the other day, she was like doing the reverse of Munchausen's via proxy by saying that I was trying to tell people I wasn't sick.
Not
we
everyone
were
knows
on sympathy.
what that syndrome is. That's a deep pull. I only know about it
It's
from
great.
Sixth Sense.
It's when you convince someone that they're sick, and I was doing the opposite by convincing Rose that she was well.
Yeah.
She was being a little soft cock. Anyway,
Okay. Is it hot or not? I thought the segment was called Hot or Not.
hot or not? Yes, that's right. Okay, hot or
Okay, Hot or Not. So you guys reel through some of the characters you know in
Yeah.
the film,
Yeah.
and then we'll.
Do we have access to magnetic or schmagnetic
No,
as
no,
well?
no,
Yeah.
of course. No. You guys. Okay, so we've got pause, unpause individually.
Yeah, the rules are simple.
So mute. There's a pause, unpause. That's personal, and then there's a
There's mutual pause
But because it's four of us, so I guess it's group pause and group unpause.
and mutual pause.
And mutual pause between us, but
Yeah.
not mutual pause between you two.
They get mad at me because, like, when they're explaining the show, I'm usually making a hand gesture while they're recording, being like, and they're like, "Fuck up, Tim! You're just with the patriarchy trying to keep us down." Like,
You are the patriarchy.
So I didn't realise. Usually Tim and I record Worst Idea of All Time, and it's just I walk into the room, we talk, and they walk out, and he does it all. I didn't realise that I was walking into like some sort of weird family dynamic between the three of you. There's accusations flying all around the room.
you're like someone's lovely boyfriend, like one of the daughter's lovely boyfriend who's come into the family dinner, and the family's quite dysfunctional. And you're just like, oh, goodness. And you're trying to like crack jokes and lighten the mood, but everyone's there's a lot of history there.
Okay, so and then if you think someone's hot, you say hot yes, and then if you think they're not hot, you say hot not,
And a
or hot no. whatever.
Hot not. Sorry, hot not. Very important.
Yeah,
hot
and
not.
then if you think they're like magnetic, you say magnetic, which is different to them just being hot.
Can you be, so you can be a hot magnetic, a hot schmagnetic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
You can be-
unlikely though. It's an unlikely.
Weird
It's an
combo.
unlikely combination.
Or schmagnetic, which
Yeah.
is the opposite of magnetic.
Yeah.
Would a hot schmagnetic be like a fuck doll?
You clearly don't understand how the game works.
Well, there's someone with no character that's like, attractive. What's the word I'm looking for? Someone who's like got an attractive
No,
personality.
someone would be like hot magnetic, schmagnetic would be like Chris Pine.
Oh, so it's like a lack of charisma.
Just
They
a
have
great-
no
That's the
charisma,
word, charisma.
but hot, like on the outside.
I think Chris Pine has some charisma. I don't
Yeah.
want...
I
wait.
saw
saw
him
him-
DUI, so that's interesting.
I
Onwards
saw
with
him
the
cry
game.
at the Oscars during the Selma tribute. So you
Oh,
take
for
that
the love
back.
of God, can we start the game?
He's
Okay,
a professional
cool.
actor. He
Yeah,
knows
so
when
this
to
is-
cry.
all right.
They were all watching that terrified. Like, if they come on screen, they've got to turn on the tears like that, lest they be, painted into a racist corner for the rest of their professional career.
Yeah, if you didn't cry during that, you're a bigot.
You guys begin the game.
Okay.
Hit us with
Quick
some
fire
names.
round. I
Quick
can't
fire
stress
round.
First
this
things
enough.
first, Zac Efron.
Hot
Hot
yes.
Hold up, are we using
Oh,
No, you got to pause.
group? Sorry,
Group
you're right.
pause.
Group pause. Are we using like external world terminology for the characters?
Rose doesn't know all of the character names as we do.
You can do.
Makes
do
me
character
sad.
Do
name
whatever.
And,
Okay.
Yeah, just do character name.
Okay,
or
character
name.
names, you go.
Okay.
So group, no
Group
group
unpause.
Oh, group unpause.
Squirrel.
Pause. Can I just say it's nice to see this segment kill live. Unpause.
Squirrel.
Hot notch
Hot-
magnetic. Fuck me.
Hot not magnetic.
And did you say
Ooh.
schmagnetic?
No, I agree with her.
Okay, so
Pause, I agree
all right.
with
Group
her.
pause.
Oh yeah.
So he's good looking, but you don't think he's got charisma.
No, not good looking, but he has charisma because he died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Group
enough.
unpause.
Johnny Depp.
Hot not
Hot not
magnetic.
You said it was unlike. Well, group pause. You said it was unlike. Oh no, solo pause. No. You said it was
Pause.
unlike.
Nah, never mind. Unpause.
Still in my pause. You said it was unlikely, but I knew we'd do Johnny Depp, and I knew he'd be a hot schmagnetic. Unpause.
Okay.
Jarhead.
Hold on, group pause. I thought Johnny Depp was it was hot not.
Yeah,
He's hot
not.
not and schmagnetic,
schmagnetic.
which
Yeah,
is a
he's a hot
likely
not.
combination.
No.
Oh, well,
He's a no.
Okay,
Group unpause.
pause. I think he's a hot schmagnetic. Unpause. Jarhead.
Hot yes, magnetic.
Group pause. What the fuck?
He is the most.
I'm thinking about
I did-
fucking him right now.
I did not see that coming. I thought you guys had more self-esteem than that.
No, definitely not.
He'd have a real long, muscly penis. And it'd end just below his nipples with like a fist at the end.
Fuck,
Where
I
does
just
it start?
Being decked by his own
I feel
penis.
like we'd fuck, but we'd never kiss.
Pretty Woman style, yes.
Pretty woman style, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
the
yeah.
hooker.
And you're Richard Gere.
Yeah. God, I'd
Group
love to be-
unpause.
Yeah.
Paige Terrell.
Oh, hot, yes, magnetic. The guy. The
Which
guy
one?
with the big nose.
Pause. Which one?
The guy with the beautiful nose.
Oh, hot. Unpause. Hot yes, magnetic.
Tanya Romero.
Hot, yes, schmagnetic.
Pause. Who's that?
Group pause. Tanya
Did I
Romero.
watch this movie?
Mum, you watched it twice. The mum with the son.
Oh, get off. Yeah.
Get
I'm
off.
kidding.
Group
Never mind.
unpause. Alice pause. What's your answer?
Hot yes, but schmagnetic. Like
Unpause Alice. Segment
I can,
conclude.
only I can unpause me. Unpause.
Don't I know it? I've worked with you in a production capacity for the last few months. That is absolutely
no.
true.
James Reed from The Feelers.
Oh,
Hot not. You, pause. You don't have to do what I do.
You Passag motherfucker.
Pause if you want to say that.
so when you did the what's the guy with no hair? what's his name? The guy with the hair?
A Jughead.
Jughead. No, Jughead.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm thinking about someone else.
Hold on, group pause. Jahed's got no hair.
Yeah,
He's
that's
the bald
great.
one. The guy with the great fringe.
Yeah, so no, I'm talking about Jughead. I
Squirrel.
don't actually think he's hot, but I think he's magnetic.
Hold on, we're talking about...
No,
I know,
talking
I know, I'm just talking about
We're
because,
talking-
because when Alice said that I don't even have to do all of the
Pause.
keys-
Can I just say it's great to do this segment Unravel live. Unpause.
Oh, yeah.
No,
okay.
no, now we're talking-
Group unpause, James Reid, the DJ.
Hot not.
I'd say, he's the
This is
kind
a
of
quick
guy
fire
I probably
round.
have sex with, though. Really regret it afterwards. But, like, he probably has a juicer, so it'd be nice in the morning.
That's true. He's a
There's
NutriBullet kind of guy.
nothing a
Hey,
carrot
segment
juice can't
closed.
fix. Yeah,
Done forever.
forever.
Okay. Please give a big round of applause for Hot, Not Hot, yes.
That was great. Thank you
was
for being
fun.
part of that.
That was fun. Building to a real spicy crescendo, and then it's sort of all just...
Yeah.
It's tough, isn't
Do you
it?
guys, I want to ask you guys in terms of, like, have you ever explored your feelings for any of the boys or the girls?
Or the girl.
I-
Oh, we didn't cover the girl.
Yeah, we
What's her
didn't.
name?
Oh, Somali.
We can all fucking agree she's hot, yes, schmagnetic.
Magnetic.
as shit.
Yeah.
Big old
Schmagnetic.
hot, yes, schmagnetic.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
make an argument for magnetic, and I will.
The floor
Here we
is
go.
yours, Tim.
Somali is a character with a few flaws, which is delightful to see in a movie that shies away from vulnerability.
Okay, pause.
No, hold on. This
Segment's
isn't our
over.
conversation.
I know, I'm just saying pause.
Yeah.
She isn't even interesting enough to have flaws. That's the problem.
She
She
is-
doesn't have flaws.
She's in a damaging relationship with an alcoholic workaholic. Wow,
That's not her
no,
own-
just alcoholic. Right, so that's clearly a projection of her, like, self-worth dissipating. She's in terrible financial straits to the point where it almost feels like there's a pseudo prostitute-y vibe to what is happening in her life.
Wow, patriarchy.
We say sex worker on boners, Tim.
Yes.
Absolutely. And
You
I'm not
just
saying-
used the
I
word
said
hooker.
hooker.
You
I
said
did.
hooker.
I did.
I'm not saying that
That's
she
a
is a
different
sex
time.
worker. I'm saying there's shades of that when you blur those boundaries between the person who employs you for your sole job, like that is your sole income, and you're also having sex with them. It's a power dynamic.
And this is why she's magnetic.
Yeah. Because we see her through the film wrestle with this tough relationship with James Reid from The Feelers, a man who had a stratospheric career on the New Zealand top 40 charts for so many years, and then just absolutely fall by the wayside and then get mocked on a podcast years later. He's trying to pick up the pieces. He turns to the bottle.
You know, it's not fucking hard to not just be the assistant of a DJ. Like, that's not a situation. You haven't been sold into that situation, right?
Worst day of your job when you forget to charge the laptop.
You know
That's
what,
a
guys?
fireable
Worst day.
offence.
Yeah.
This was a fool's errand, and you've bested me, and I'm willing to lay down my sword and accept defeat.
No, it was fun. It was like when your friend goes out with someone hot who's got no personality and you see them try to talk themselves into it.
No, she's all right. You just don't know her. You just don't know her like I know her. When she's not around people, she's real interesting.
And the first week or 2 weeks, you sort of, well, maybe they're just interesting behind closed doors.
Yep.
No, they can't. People just don't turn it on and off.
Nah.
Also, how much of a psychopath would only be interesting behind closed doors and then be fucking boring around your friends?
I don't know, Rose. Maybe the most interesting people in the world. We just haven't found out yet.
So
Hey,
true.
I'm very excited by the fact that we normally talk into different kinds of microphones, but these ones remind me of karaoke, which means that we can do a real good singing job in front of a room of, there's literally like 150 people in here, which is exciting. Are
That's
you ready
great.
to have our musical
Oh,
live debut?
remember in the early days when we were organising this live show, some of you might in Melbourne, we were going to do it in Tim's hotel room. It was a squeeze at 4. I mean...
Would have been so fun to try, though. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Getting sentimental with James Reid. Beautiful stuff. Oh! Oh my God.
Things have happened. Get it off the... Whoa.
What do we have here?
I'll explain what's just happened, everyone. A beer got knocked over, which is what drew my eye, and I got very concerned, and then I saw what knocked the beer over, and it's a MacBook Pro box live at the gig with a sticky on it saying, "For the fuck boys."
Yeah. That is amazing.
Who gave us this? Where is this from? What is your name, person? Susie. This is from Susie. Is that an American accent? No. Okay. It wasn't. She's
1 out
not
of 2
mic'd
ain't
up.
half bad, Tim.
Thanks, buddy.
Can we get a big round of applause for Susie? What a lady!
This thing's heavy.
Wow, I mean, this is quite
Is this
beautiful.
a MacBook?
No. No, it isn't. It's too heavy to be a MacBook. This is so cool that someone orchestrated a live,
Do you need a
real-life
hand with
version
that?
of this.
Well, this
no,
is,
I'm just excited.
We've
That's what I'm
never
standing.
been put in this situation before, whereby we have a real-life getting sentimental with James Reed situation on the stage. So, can I posit that before we open the actual MacBook Pro box, we opened the MacBook Pro box that we saw
In our
about
minds.
45 minutes ago.
I'm going to keep holding this. I'm so excited.
So, for those of you, this is presumably 1 or 2 first timers who got dragged along this evening. Getting Sentimental with James Reed. It's a segment of the movie where James Reed from The Feelers, successful DJ and mentor to Zaccoli.
We're just feeling the weight of the MacBook Pro box between ourselves, and Rose is
can I have
making
a-
a great animated face
Careful,
to
it's
illustrate it's
heavy.
quite heavy.
Ooh.
Careful.
Everyone's
To
not
be-
surprised.
To be fair, if you look at it's the old computer, so that could be. Am I right? Technology is going so fast. But no, so he reveals to Zaccoli he may have gotten a little sentimental, and he gives him a gift, and the gift is contained within a MacBook Pro box. Each week we speculate as to what is in the box. Rose, I think Alice, you've done it before. You thought that maybe it was
It was like a coffin for a pet.
yeah,
Just remembering.
yeah. This is a real.
And terrible judgment on what would be in there. It's so dark.
Yeah, well, I've buried a lot of pets.
Sometimes you see what you want to see. But Rose, you as yet have not taken a guess as to what's in the MacBook Pro box. So when you saw James Reed gift Zaccoli that MacBook Pro,
Pro.
what did you think was inside of the box?
As a visual reference, it would fit in this box.
It's slightly more recent, so it's a little bit thinner.
I threw it up and it made a sound, and now it's thrown me off what my original guess was.
Probably Lego.
It's too heavy.
I think.
Not in this one, Rose. You're
I
looking
know,
at it like,
too big, too small for a baby. I don't know. I mean,
talk us through it.
well, my theory. I had this theory when I was watching it. I was telling you guys about it. Is that
I don't
what was her
remember.
name? Tanya?
Hey, do you-
Tanya
hold on,
Romero,
hold on
yes.
for a second.
Tanya-
Do you want to let Rose start to explain what she was
This
talking
is
about?
literally-
Before you shut it down.
What I have to deal with. Like, it's not even put on. Like, it's actual fucking, like,
So
horrible
sorry.
tension.
I was just
Yeah.
trying to remember if you'd talked, and I couldn't remember. So I took a stab in the dark about the anecdote.
In the Uber on the way here, Alice said that we'd all been negging her too hard.
She's fighting back. though.
Yeah. Sorry.
So I had a theory about Tanya Romero.
Yes.
Tanya
And you know how he rings her up and she's like, oh, my son Richard. And then he's like, oh, that's funny. It's my dad's name. And my idea was that he is ringing his own grandmother. And guys,
It
Tanya
feels like
is
they're not
his-
with you.
Tanya is his grandmother from like the past. And Richard that she's talking about is his dad, who we haven't heard anything about in the film, right?
We know that Richard is his dad's name.
Richard is his dad's name. So when he goes over to his house later on with his boss Paige, and the little boy, like, why would you put Richard in there playing? That's his father, but at a younger age, and he has time traveled back in time.
So what's in the MacBook Pro box?
So that brings me to my next
Sorry.
point, which is his own baby self.
So James Reed can also time travel.
So it's his own self. So you know how like you leave it in front of an orphanage like a baby with a note or whatever, but it's 2000
All the time.
That's a classic trope.
We
Buy
had
it
to
a
stop on
dollar.
the Uber here because Alice had just had a baby. She had to drop off at an orphanage. It was terrible.
There's
classic.
like 5 of my kids in this room.
That's
Next
a
time,
classic thing. But the updated
Right,
version
sure.
of that is putting it in a MacBook Pro box, and then
Oh, I guess it's like a little Trojan horse, right? Because you're like, here you go, a MacBook. It's a child.
So hold on. So to what end?
to like make him face his own
Oh,
himself, right?
it's like a
And,
school
like,
project. It's like keep the baby,
Baby
alive.
alive, yeah. Keep the baby alive. Keep yourself alive. we can be better than this.
I love that. I like that a lot. I love the idea that this movie has turned into a sci-fi, quite like high concept adventure tale.
Yeah.
Where Zac Efron has to raise himself from infancy to adulthood. Is he equipped for it? Clearly not. The kid still lives with his parents in a pool that's got someone else's parents. That's what it's all about. He doesn't have parents. He's discovering what it's like to be a parent and what fatherhood's all about.
Did anyone else just watch the cogs in Tim's brain click into gear?
That was so good.
I did not pick up on any of that.
Alice, I would love to hear what you think is in the MacBook Pro box this week.
It's going to be so embarrassing after that. I just thought it was more fruit.
Well played.
So,
Yeah.
they've got in an earlier scene, and we've probably talked about it before, they have altogether, I don't know if it's the set dresser or whoever, but they put so much fruit in there, like there's no way they can get through. Even it's two of them mostly. Even if you're having smoothies for every meal, you're not getting through that much fruit without
Absolutely
some
not.
of it
There's
spoiling.
no chance. So what I assumed was that was the key to his success, and that he thought he'd share it by offloading a few bananas that if he didn't would otherwise go rotten.
And we were just imagining when we were watching the film, the runner of the film, talking about like, okay, so we cannot, we just can't touch the prop fruit because there's a prop fruit, and we just need to keep those things separate.
We're renting this house for the day.
This house.
If you want a banana, Zach, we've got heaps out the back.
Heaps out the back. There's heaps on the catering table, but just please, can we just leave these ones?
Guys, can I open the box?
No.
I am like...
I'm still enjoying Alice's idea that they've got so much fruit that they're packaging it as something else and being like, please take it. And
What
this
fruit's in
changes the context of going to a friend's house. You know when you go to a friend's house and like, hey man, like, do you want an apple? It's like, that's not them being nice. That's them being like, oh fuck, I got the ratio wrong again this week.
Was your
That's
Apple double
absolutely
entendre
true.
there purely accidental? MacBook?
Oh,
Yeah, it would
No,
be.
that was a total accident, Tim.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have made
Can I
that
open the
joke.
box
Can I just say from personal experience, if you do find yourself in a situation with too much fruit, you can freeze the bananas. That's just a PSA.
You could freeze anything.
Well,
No, but
shut up.
Bananas
That's
keep
the
really
quickest
well.
retort I had.
Yeah, well done.
Shut up.
Or you can let them go off and make a lovely cake.
That's true, but
Or
hot
a
tip.
loaf.
Can I
Yeah.
I just feel
Bread.
this is important.
Is it?
Yes.
Muffins.
It is important. You have to peel the banana first,
Yeah.
because if you're in a situation where you're peeling a frozen banana,
I feel like
it's dark.
it's a
isn't it?
nightmare.
I feel like
Yeah.
you've just been reading the Arrested Development wiki page. Trying to get it out there.
This is actually from real life experience.
Oh, you
Yes,
guys. So
guys.
what I found out about Alice the other day is that she's got a phobia of goo.
Yes.
And that would be genuinely
Hold
like
up.
we were eating eggplant chips the other day, and then I went, oh, it's just like kind of fried goo. She couldn't eat the rest of it, and so that is the ultimate goo thing, isn't it? The banana, like frozen banana, and
I
the...
don't like bananas unless
I'm opening the fucking box. I'm sick of you dudes.
Oh!
All right.
Oh my
okay.
God, guys.
We've got glassware,
Oh my god, that's dangerous.
single fin summer pale ale.
Ah,
One
Gorgeous.
says summer.
I wonder if I'm supposed to.
that
open it.
represents summer.
Oh,
Those represent summer beers.
it says summer and time. It says summertime, and it says good time.
Oh, whoa, that's a deep cut.
And there's books.
Careful.
Yeah, there's books. Yeah.
This one's Dick Bot. I just killed.
Getting someone on the
This is their
podcast
podcast that they've invited us onto, right?
so unfamiliar with the canon that you say it. Dick Bot. It's like some
Brody,
sort of
Brody Rat King.
Brady.
That's
Brody
great.
the
That's
Rat
so
King.
That's
lovely.
such a good picture.
What's the book itself? Mathematics and sex.
Oh my god, this is so nice.
You
I
can
can't
read those
handle
out.
it. Okay, well, all right. Is that because you feel too humble too?
I can't read them.
There's a party
Tim
time.
and Guy.
Well, don't say the nice note.
Oh,
It's
why not?
earnest.
Oh, well, I want to.
Do you always do what you want to do?
Yes. Thank you for all the laughs over the past years long-time stalker. Ooh.
Oh no!
Say, and then it says, say my name.
Abort! This is friend zone territory. Someone's trojaned into the wrong bit of the podcast. Quickly, we must shut the box.
Oh. I don't know what's going on.
Well, thank you so much,
nice, though.
Really
Susan.
nice
Thank you so much.
Thing. You guys are so lucky.
We are very lucky.
Very lucky.
And I mean, that gave everyone, what, an hour, 2 hours to think of a shining light?
Nah, I'm bored of that. Guy, I want to know what you thought of the movie this week.
It's always fun. I'd say two things. Always fun watching with a first-timer. And more than that, so much fun watching with a first-timer, which, as you accurately observed, you can watching the movie the whole time. I would have seen about 10% of the action on screen, and Rose Matafeo's face told a story.
What was I doing?
It was just a story of abject despair. It was
Your
really
face
bleak.
was a dancer.
Yeah.
Now that's a deep cut.
That is a very deep cut.
That's some season 1, episode 29 bullshit.
Huge fan of your own podcast.
Big shout out to
not-
Worst Idea of All Time. Great show. What a weird thing to do.
Nah, just do it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we're in our waning years. You got to enjoy everything you
Oh
get.
my God. Are you acutely aware of that? That like things are really winding down now? And are you sad about it?
No, I feel so good, dude.
Are you talking about being closer to death?
No, I'm talking about, well, the death of the podcast.
Within about 20 minutes of the movie, Alice broke out in hysterical laughter by herself and said, "It's so funny because time is finite."
Oh, no, contextually.
I'm so happy you remembered that line.
I just killed.
You were saying, because you said, like, how many times have you guys seen it now? And we said 39. You said, that's so fucking weird. I couldn't imagine doing that myself, especially considering that time is finite.
Yeah,
Which
but
is a good point.
I know. I've watched The West Wing like 3 times, though.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, nah, huge fan.
Well, that's a good story.
Guy. What do you think of the movie, dude?
Oh, look, man, I got to tell you, this We Are Your Friends movie,
Yeah.
this is a slice of Montgomery straight out of the gate.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I'm so sad. I'm so miserable watching this movie.
You were, man, and I've known you for so long, and you were a happy person.
I
And
am.
like the darkness that descends upon you when you have to do this is fucking terrifying.
It is, and hearing like you halfway through being like, it's so weird. It is so weird. It's so fucking weird. And it's been 3 years, and it just keeps, and it's just like,
That feels gross now that you've said it out loud.
it's fine. Like, it's just say up to 4 hours of your week, you know, every week.
You know
It's
what's
just
crazy, though? That we legit, like,
years.
we're a bit late sometimes in getting an ep out, but we have not missed a week except for little short breaks in between the seasons, which are like...
Is it weird to think that the amount of time you put into this over the last 3 years together is like the amount of time you could have feasibly raised a child for 1 year?
Yeah.
Don't
You
do
could have raised
that.
a baby.
Don't do the list of
Raised a
things.
baby.
Tim could have got a long sought-after degree.
That's true. 3 years is enough time for that.
Rose, you could have finished yours.
Alice, you could have got a career in your degree's profession, maybe, if you wanted.
One day I'll represent myself and it'll all come full circle.
You'll
Why
be
you in
horribly out of practice and probably on quite serious charges. I would suggest
be-
hiring a professional.
It'll be killing Rose.
I'll fucking kill you for it.
Look, that did get a little bit requiem for a podcasty there, but it's it's hard, and I do mean it when I say having like you come on and getting to watch someone experience it for the first time, because there's no perspective and it stretches beyond just We Are Your Friends. It's like watching a movie is not the, it's real. It's so.
What are you trying to say, boy?
Has it ruined watching films for you?
Not all films, but
You're legit
Breaking
unraveling.
down. Hold on.
No.
Give him some ear.
I'm cool. I'm cool, guys.
What are you trying to...
I'm the same happy-go-lucky a man who walked on the stage.
Speak your truth, man. I want to hear what's
No,
happening.
it's gone too long, and it's gone fucked, and it's fucked now.
Are you not
It's great you guys are here, but it's fucked. It's all fucked.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
I feel like you're just coming to terms with what you've done.
Yeah.
But when you said time is finite, and I remembered immediately, like one of the most vivid people who I respect taking us not to, which is last year we were very lucky to get Paul F. Tompkins on the podcast, and when we finished the record, he said to us afterwards, he said, so what are you guys going to keep going after this? And we were like, oh, well, we're thinking about it, yeah. And he's like, don't. Don't. You're young.
Yeah.
Don't. And also with fear in his eyes.
He was very genuinely worried, particularly about you. He said he was like looking over at you a lot during the film because he'd already seen it. And he was like just watching your deadness, like emotional void of a man.
That is not what you want to look like when you're meeting your heroes.
No.
Yeah.
Put your worst foot forward.
Yeah.
But it feels real. And like coming back, I flew back from New Zealand. I got up very early this morning. I had a hellish flight, and I.
I got to Australia by plane.
Yeah, I did. I know that you've got to get the boat tomorrow to be back for next week, Tim.
Yeah.
But. And I was just
Check
like,
your privilege.
All I could think was that the first thing I'm doing when I get off this plane is heading straight to a hotel room to watch We Are Your Friends for the 39th time. And I was like, what a fucking stupid thing to do. Like,
oh, man. But yeah, no, that comment.
It's hard not to take all of that personally.
With the scientific gravitas that you added to it, Alice, when you said in time is finite, I laughed uncontrollably when you said it because you're speaking truth to power, to borrow a phrase bandied around a lot on your podcast.
She loves speaking T2P. She loves speaking T2P.
T2P.
It's like it's a lot of time that we're not getting that back. Time only flows in one direction, and we spend
At least
so
you've seen Arrival.
Yeah, so true.
And then I don't quite know what the conclusion is.
But then think about it. Okay, look.
Okay.
Guys,
Oh, boy.
stop it and stop it. All right.
Here we go.
Because think about the Wikipedia pages of your lives, right?
Yeah. All right.
Still don't have one. All I want in life is to have a Wikipedia page while I'm still young enough to get asked for ID, so I can show them that instead.
When was the last time you got asked for ID with that moustache?
Time is definitely
I got
gone.
asked for ID last night.
Really?
Yeah.
But you were being pulled over.
No. I was in a bottle shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that person was just fucking with you.
No, you guys, you're funny.
But it is an accomplishment. It is an accomplishment because you put time and effort into something that means something to a lot of people, clearly.
Yeah.
And I think you guys should be proud of that. And in the Wikipedia entry of your life, there will be one sentence about it, sure.
See, this is shades of what you were saying in the first time we had you on. I like this.
Yeah, I
Hold
think
on,
it's
unless
in
this
it.
is the best thing they do in their career.
That's what I'm afraid
And then
of.
it will be... And then
I'm
it will
playing-
be the whole Wikipedia.
I'm playing in a 38-seat room. I have not seen a single one of these faces.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like only 38 people laugh there as well.
And
Hey,
they're the
look,
ones-
we're burning out of time. Do we have any other important business we need to get to?
Oh, mate, you haven't even told us what you think of the movie.
Yeah.
Gaslighting us.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
What did you think about the film, Tim?
In your own time.
Keep it on track.
What did I think of the film? Look, I enjoyed it. What's not to enjoy? We've got a pumping soundtrack taking us through a rollicking ride of highs and lows for an hour and a half, featuring 4 guys I can relate to. And
You're on
I can't do it
autopilot,
anymore.
dude.
Yeah,
You're
Ring,
just
ring,
plugging
ring.
in different words for things you enjoy.
Ring, ring.
it's true. Hold
on.
Sorry.
Ring, ring.
Okay,
What?
hold on for a second.
Ring, ring.
Apparently, we've got a call coming through
ring.
live in the show. Yeah,
An
hello.
authentically live call coming in.
Hi, it's
Hold
Tim.
on.
It's Tim and Alison Guy here.
You're on with all 3 of us.
Hey.
Oh boy.
Hey.
I think I know that.
Hold on. Who is it?
It's fucking Joey.
Ah! Get out of here, Joey.
Hold on.
Get out of here.
I just want to say these motherfuckers. I don't really listen to their podcast that much. I'm only listening to this crossover rap live because I'm a big fan of the girls. But I just want to say you guys are good.
Joey.
You
Joey,
guys are good cunts.
Just while
That's
I've got
our
you,
word.
can I just let you know that your presence on the podcast has led a person who was eager enough to come to the show to be in the front row to just dive into his phone real quick. I think I might have to cut the call.
Wow.
No, stick around.
Hold on.
Wow.
Hold
Joey,
on.
you still there?
Joey?
Joey?
Oh my God, Joey just killed himself. Joey legit just killed himself. Fucking hell. You, sir.
Joey and Squirrel.
You have a lot to answer for.
I'm so glad you're not pinning that on me because I felt like that was headed my way.
You're going to be fucking Squirrel next, mate.
Fucking hell. Tell you what, I'm turning you in.
That might be fun. Between the four of us, there are four
Squirrel
lead characters. Well, you got a bloody self-professed squirrel over here. I mean, you were squirrel because you were told. Rose put her hand up.
So what?
We're
Rose's
casting
squirrel.
ourselves as the four fuck boys.
Squirrel?
Zaccoli?
Always, every time. Carrie. Adam Sandler.
Jarhead.
Johnny,
Yes.
you're going to shave your hair.
Which means that we're fighting over Squirrel and Johnny Depp.
Oh, one
I'm
the best.
Squirrel, 100%.
I
Hold
reckon
on,
you're
actually
Johnny
this
Depp.
makes
No.
more sense. Squirrel,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp,
Why?
Jarhead.
Yeah.
That's literally... Yeah, we said that.
Oh, did you?
You just
Sorry.
said... That's what I'm disagreeing about. That's your fucking
I
Lord
don't
agreeing.
know.
Hang on, I've
I'm
got a
in a
new
completely
idea.
different room right now.
Why am I Johnny Depp?
Oh, like all the acting and shit.
Yeah, you do it. You dabble in a bit of acting, and you're
Yeah.
constantly changing your facial hair, which throws us all off.
Oh
midway
shit!
through.
You sponsor? No,
What?
never mind.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, what do
I
we-
can't
She
say.
was going to go deep in on Johnny Depp. I
Yeah,
can tell it. Yeah,
I was.
can tell.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No need for that.
Thanks, Alice.
No, you're welcome.
I think that's right though. I think you are more of a Johnny Depp. I think.
Then I am not a squirrel.
Well, yeah, morally duplicitous.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Why is that true? You can't just say that's true twice and believe it's true. There's nothing...
It felt right.
Do you guys want to see one of the funniest things you can do? Hey, Alice, you're a contrarian. Stop being a contrarian.
Fuck you! I'm not a contrarian. I am
It's
not.
like the bird that drinks the water. Keep going. It's automatic. Shit bowl.
Fine.
What's
Oh, come on,
Are
you're
we,
all right.
What, are we running out of
Yeah, we really
sweet,
are.
sweet daylight?
We really
well,
are.
look, you didn't do it, and we do it every week, so fucking spit out a shining light before we put a foot in this
Fuck,
thing.
bro. Do you know what I was real into this week? Seeing We Are Your Friends, an incredible film for the 39th time that was made in
Filler,
2015.
autopilot,
directed by Maximum
bullshit.
Fella,
No
chicken dinner, mate.
shit. My favourite bit of the
Oh,
movie
for
this
fuck's
week
sake!
is the fact that when they're in the car together, Somali and Zaccoli, I get the sense that they actually shot that in motion and it wasn't just a screen. And it's that kind of
That's not
commitment
true.
to realism that I appreciate about the film. Did they fake and get like a CGI department to just whip up a bunch of people in a American Apparel car park to do a makeshift music festival? No, they invited a bunch of fuckos who would be drawn hook, line and sinker with a little bit of bait called Zac Efron to a music festival that doesn't exist to just hang out and be filmed and sign their release, you know?
Yeah.
I love that about Max Joseph.
Can I-
He gets the job done.
Can I ask you, as a crossover kind of segment, do you guys have any apologies for this week?
I would like to apologise to either of you as guests or anyone in the room for saying that it's all gone wrong and stuff.
It's fine.
I actually, I did have a real good time. It was lovely. Honestly, all four of us on a bed watching a movie, I remember saying, wouldn't it be great if we didn't have to do the podcast and just stayed here watching movies we liked instead? Yeah. And that was how I felt. My shining light was not on the screen. It was in the hotel room at the downtown Ligon, room 116.
I all of a sudden feel very uncomfortable.
You're not even in the room, are you?
Do you have an apology, Alice?
Just an apology to my flat, who I'm currently staying with. I did not put my dishes in the dishwasher, and the dishwasher was empty.
Did you at least rinse them beforehand?
I put them in the sink,
Did you turn the tap on for 2 seconds?
only to fill up my glass.
That is even more
Fucking
disrespectful.
awful.
Yep, I'm a real cunt.
You're a real cunt, Alice Snedden, and
Hey.
may I take the opportunity to say, you're a real piece of shit, Guy Montgomery.
Thank you. Thank you all. Tim, do you have any apologies to make?
Do you know what? I absolutely don't, because I feel like if we start opening up apologies on our podcast, we'll start remembering shit we've said and analysing it, and I don't think that's something we want.
We do get to see if Rose has an apology.
I'm sorry for bringing the apologies.
No. Oh, is that your...
I apologise for...
Well, hindsight's 20/20, Rose, but the damage has been done.
I want to do a no. I know we're out of time. People are going to get mad because we're supposed to leave the room, but I want to do a no but.
Well, it's great to address that you're making people angry before. I think that
I don't mean to be offensive, but you're fucking hideous.
Yeah, it's very much.
I'm not trying to be a bitch, but you just suck as a human. I know you're going to get angry, but I'm going to keep going.
Are you playing me right now?
You're negging yourself now. You can't pin that on me. No But is a segment of the podcast where we try and figure out which bits of the movie potentially were done improv. Off the back of the scene which was most obviously improv when they're having breakfast together in the hotel the morning after they shag.
That shit-eating grin tells me you've got something up your sleeve, Snedden.
I did. Once you mentioned that improv thing, I fucking loved that scene.
Oh, it's a real game changer. If you go in knowing what
good.
you're looking for, it can be a very enjoyable movie in patches, certainly.
So good. No, I didn't think it was... The one scene I noticed that I thought was like the opposite of improvised was when they were in the car together, the girl and the guy.
Somali and Zaccoli.
Yeah, when they were in the car together, and Rose and I determined that there was definitely a runner who was lying on top of the car, putting lines down in front of the girl.
Like an iPad.
Yeah, like a line player, so she could remember them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I can't believe of all the deplorable and not that talented male performers in this movie, you're choosing to shit on the woman.
Well, that's feminism.
Touche. Fucking touche.
Doesn't even make sense.
It's a hot button word.
Okay, so no but is... I guess the drugs montage would be very, very improvised. And specifically, I guess, when they get into that weird kind of London Eye-esque Ferris wheel bit, and like Zac Efron's like got his legs up and stuff, and she's like fooling around. But I'm imagining the actual staff of that ride, like freaking out at the production crew, being like, they cannot do that.
Sweet Kevin?
Yeah, it's funny you should bring that up because the attendant on that very ride is the love child of Zaccoli and Somali.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
A child so beautiful they cannot be looked at, named Kevin.
Sweet Kevin.
Yeah, and you're right, he is constantly, put upon. He's this sort of really...
He doesn't want to tell his own parents off.
No, well, who does?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember which timeline we went into, but either he fell through the Ferris wheel or he pushed Somali through the Ferris wheel.
Oh, yeah, someone definitely died by falling down through all the railing of a Ferris wheel. And I'm really sorry if that's a trigger and someone in this room has died by falling down the inside of a Ferris wheel.
That's so unlikely, but so awful.
Yeah, that is a bit, because you just don't know these days, do you?
Well, look, that seems like as good a point as any to wrap
cool.
this
Yeah.
up. I don't know, watch 39. Watch 40 is traditionally speaking where we do a director's commentary, and I'm looking forward to that. Wow. So it'll be fun next time. What? You're looking at me with such a
No, I'm looking at you.
accusatory
No,
face.
that's how I look when I'm thinking, I love my little boy.
There wasn't a pride or a love face. There was like...
Yeah. I was befuddled by how much I love you, but I do love you. I was reckoning with the fact that I'm in this bed with you. And these two lovely...
Do you have anything you want to say to me?
They're woman,
no.
guy.
Okay.
You can say it.
I think this has torn us apart a bit. No. Because I see the relationship these guys have, doing a podcast every week, doing something awful. We don't even have to do our podcast, and yet we just...
When there's no natural enemy, you make one out of each other. That's the thing. We've got to...
Oh!
It's fine. There's nothing in it.
Cool crowd, though. I love a crowd who cheers when a drink spills.
Wait!
Taxi! Hey, come on, let's all do it together. Taxi, eh? Yeah, there you go. Come to my show.
Let's do it. I don't know when I'm going to put this out, but hopefully it's soon. Guy.
Please come to my stand-up comedy show. It's on the rest of the Melbourne Festival. It's called Let's All Get in a Room Together. 9:45 in the Forum Theatre. Head along to my website, guymoncomedy.com.
I'm doing a show called Sassy Best Friend. It's at 8:30 p.m. in the Melbourne Town Hall. Please come.
I'm doing a split bill with Donna Brookbanks in the Victoria Hotel, 6 p.m. every night. Be there.
And can I also say, we are all part of a New Zealand improv group called Snort, and we are very good at it, and we're just trying to show people in Melbourne, and it's proving really difficult to prove it. It's on the weekends at 11 o'clock, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Mondays at 6 p.m. It's called Snort. If you want more information, just look it up on the internet.
This motherfucker has done all his shows in Melbourne.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I'll be in New Zealand. So if you're part of the very small part of the population that listens to our podcast in New Zealand, come to...
Gutting, bro.
Fucking, you're all good. I want to take a...
If you're listening in New Zealand, bloody cheers, mate. We love you for it.
There's so few of them. I know where the numbers are.
Huge shout out to America.
What I'm going to do is I wanted to call for us doing an audience selfie because this room is so packed with people. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out today.
Yeah.
And, see, this is the thing. I should have ended the episode and then did the administrative stuff after.
Please give yourselves a big round of applause. This is the end of the episode.
This is the end!
This is the end.
This movie's still fine.
Zuccoli, pasta.
One of them dies, that goes screw. One of them's a hottie, his name is Jay. One of them looks like Johnny Depp, and his name is Johnny Depp.
Classic Maximum Joseph.
You forget that films are supposed to have a point.
Thanks for listening to this podcast. If you're thirsty for another, why not try...
You were so mad at the fact that they did stuff with the camera.
Why did it have to zoom into his eye?
Why not? What's going on in a
Just do
monkey's
a-
brain? I want to know. Get me in there.
Well, what insight did you gain from the cool CGI shot where the camera zoomed into
I
his eye?
gained that the title of the film was Kong Skull Island. And that's what he was thinking.